Here are two signs that you both are scared to love one another, but you already do. Sometimes love does not arrive with a loud noise. It does not knock on your door or announce its presence. Instead, love arrives softly, so quietly that both of you act like you do not hear it. This type of love does not look like the movies or fairy tales. It looks like long pauses. It looks like hesitation. It looks like almost, and that is what makes it so puzzling. You do not speak about your feelings, they do not either. Yet somehow the bond keeps pulling you back. You wonder why this feels so genuine if nothing is happening. Why does this person matter so much if you have never crossed that line? The truth is difficult but kind. You are not scared of each other. You are scared of how loving each other would change things. Below are two strong signs that you both already love each other, but fear is standing in the way, asking you to wait. Hey everyone, welcome to Never Give Up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all because every video can change your mindset. Sign 1 is that you both hold back even when the timing is right. There are moments when everything fits, the talk is flowing, the silence feels safe, the energy is warm, familiar and close, and yet nothing happens. There is no confession, no brave move, and no crossing of that invisible line. This is not because the feeling is missing, but because it is too real. Why does this happen? When a crush is shallow, people act quickly. They flirt without care and take risks without thinking. But when love starts to form, something shifts. Suddenly words feel risky. Actions feel permanent. One mistake feels like it could ruin everything. So, you both slow down. You both become very careful. You fix your messages. You replay talks in your head. You stop yourself from saying what your heart already knows. This is not because you do not want more, but because you want this bond to survive. The fear beneath the silence is real. You are not scared of loving them. You are scared of losing them if it does not work out, or being open and not being chosen. You are afraid of opening something you will not be able to shut again. So instead of risking it all, you choose distance masked as patience. They do the same thing. That is why the bond feels intense but unspoken. That is why the connection feels strong but has no name. You are both protecting something valuable, even if that protection looks like holding back your emotions. The unspoken truth is that if there was no love here, there would be no fear. You would not hesitate. You would not overthink. You would not care this deeply. The hesitation is the proof. You are both standing at the edge, feeling the same pull, waiting for the other person to move first. Sign 2 is that you create space but cannot let go. This is the most confusing sign of all. You do not chase each other. You do not demand attention. Sometimes you even pull away, and yet neither of you disappears. No matter how much time goes by, no matter how quiet it gets, or how logical it would be to move on, you are still there. Distance does not weaken this bond, it shows it. If the feelings were shallow, distance would wipe them out, but instead, they stay in your thoughts. They return in quiet moments. They show up when you least expect it. You might not talk every single day. You might not see each other often. You might even tell yourself that nothing is happening. Yet emotionally, everything is happening. Why do people who love each other pull back? When love feels like too much, distance becomes a way to cope. You step back to get control again. You protect your heart and avoid facing feelings you are not ready to act on. They do the same. So instead of closeness, you share a quiet longing. You miss each other silently. You care quietly. You hope privately. This is not being immature. This is being emotionally overwhelmed. The quiet loyalty is there. Even when separated, neither of you replaces the other in your heart. You may talk to others. You may try to distract yourself. You may even tell yourself that you are fine. but deep down, you compare everyone to them. You wonder how they are doing. You feel a strange sense of loyalty even without a label. That kind of attachment does not come from being confused. Hey everyone, welcome to Never Give Up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon and select all because every video can change your mindset. It comes from love that has not found bravery yet. Why does this type of love feel so heavy? It is because it is unfinished. Unspoken love carries more weight than love that is shared. There is no closure, no direction, and no release. So it sits in your chest. It is quiet, patient, and powerful. You feel it in late-night thoughts, or songs that suddenly hurt, or moments when you wish they were there. This love teaches you how to be patient, but it also tests your courage. This is what the connection is asking from you. It is not asking for urgency, or pressure, or forcing a confession. It is asking for honesty with yourself. Ask yourself gently, am I scared of loving them or scared of what love would cost me? Am I waiting for certainty or permission? If nothing changed, would I regret staying silent? Sometimes, love does not need fast action, but it does need awareness because when two people are scared to love each other, time does not make the feeling go away. It only decides who speaks first or who learns to live with the quiet ache of what if. The final truth is this, and you should read it slowly. If you both were indifferent, there would be clarity. Confusion lives only where love is present but held back. So if this connection feels deep but has no name, safe yet scary, calm yet emotionally intense, then no, you are not imagining it. You are both afraid, and you are both already in love, just standing on opposite sides of the same feeling, waiting for courage to speak louder than fear. If you found value in this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your support. Here are 2 more signs that you and another person are hiding a deep love for each other because of fear. Often, the strongest bonds are the ones that remain quiet the longest. This is not a lack of interest, but a sign that the connection is so important that neither of you wants to break it by moving too fast. You are both waiting for a sign that it is safe to be vulnerable. The third sign is that you notice every small detail about each other. When love is present but hidden, your brain pays close attention to the person. You remember the tiny things they say, like their favorite childhood snack or a random story they told months ago. They do the same for you. You might find them bringing up a small detail you forgot you even mentioned. This happens because even though you aren't together in a formal way, your hearts are fully focused on one another. You are constantly studying each other, looking for clues and building a map of who they are. This deep observation is a clear sign of love. You don't pay that much attention to someone you don't care about deeply. Why do we do this? We collect these details because they make us feel close to the person without having to say the big, scary words out loud. It is a way of loving someone in secret. The fourth sign is the tension that feels like a physical weight. Have you ever been in a room with them and felt like the air was thick? It is that feeling where you both want to say something, but the words get stuck in your throat. This tension exists because your energy is trying to connect while your minds are trying to stay safe. You might catch them looking at you when they think you aren't watching, and when you look back, they quickly turn away. This push and pull is exhausting but also very telling. It means the feelings are so big that they are leaking out through your eyes and your body language. You are both vibrating on the same frequency, yet you are both pretending to be still. Hey everyone, welcome back to Never Give Up. If this is speaking to your heart, make sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you never miss a video that helps you understand your emotions. The truth is that fear and love often grow in the same soil. The more you care about someone, the more you have to lose. That is why you stay in this middle ground. You are choosing the pain of being just friends, or undefined over the risk of losing them completely. But remember, a life lived in fear is a life half-lived. This connection is not happening by accident. It is a mirror reflecting your own heart back at you. If you feel it, they likely feel it too. Love doesn't stay hidden forever. Eventually, it either turns into a beautiful story or a quiet regret. Do not let your fear of a no stop you from reaching a life-changing yes. Sometimes, the only thing standing between you and the love of your life is the courage to be the first one to stop pretending. You don't have to change everything today, but you should at least be honest with yourself about what is happening. If you found this helpful, please like and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. Thank you for being here. The fifth sign is that you both become protective of each other in a way that goes beyond friendship. When someone else mentions their name, you feel a sudden surge of focus. You stand up for them when they aren't around, and they do the same for you. It is a quiet kind of loyalty that doesn't need a title. You find yourself worrying about their happiness, their health, and their dreams as if they were your own. This protectiveness is a natural reaction to love. When your heart has already claimed someone, your instinct is to shield them from the world. You might not have the right to call them yours, but you act as if their peace of mind is your responsibility. This is not just being a good friend. This is your soul trying to care for its partner while your mind is still too afraid to admit the truth. The sixth sign is that your future plans always seem to leave a space for them. Even if you aren't officially dating, you find it hard to imagine a year from now without them in the picture. When you think about moving, changing jobs, or going on a trip, you secretly wonder how they would fit into that plan. You might even find yourself making choices that keep you close to them without even realizing you are doing it. They are doing the same. You are both building your lives around a ghost of a relationship. This happens because love is a forward-looking emotion. It creates a vision of a shared life before the words are ever spoken. If you were truly just friends, your future would feel independent of them. But because there is love, your path feels like it is meant to walk alongside theirs. Hey everyone, thanks for staying with us here at Never Give Up. If these signs are hitting home, please hit that subscribe button and join our community of people choosing growth over fear. The heavy feeling you carry is the weight of what remains unsaid. It is a beautiful burden, but it is a burden nonetheless. When you are both afraid to love, you are essentially holding your breath, waiting for the other person to exhale first. But what if they are just as scared as you are? What if they are waiting for a green light that you are too nervous to show? Love is a risk, and it is true that things might change if you speak up. However, things are already changing every day that you stay silent. You are trading the chance for real intimacy for the safety of a comfortable distance. The silence might protect you from rejection, but it also prevents you from being truly known and truly loved. Ask yourself, what is more painful? The risk of a moment of embarrassment, or the long-term ache of never knowing what could have been? You both already have the love. All you are missing is the conversation. Courage does not mean you aren't afraid. It means you act even though you are trembling. Sometimes the most romantic thing you can do is simply be the first one to stop hiding. You don't need a grand speech. You just need to be real. If this part of the series helped you see the truth in your own life, don't forget to like and share this with others. Your support helps us keep creating content that matters. The seventh sign is that you have a private language that only the two of you understand. It shows up in inside jokes, a specific look across a crowded room, or the way you can communicate a whole thought without saying a single word. To the rest of the world, you are just two people talking. But between the two of you, there is a hidden layer of meaning in everything. You know exactly what their smile means, and they know exactly why you just looked away. This happens because you have spent so much time observing each other's souls that you have moved past the need for basic labels. This level of understanding is rare, and it only grows where there is a deep, underlying affection. You are already communicating like a couple, even if your titles suggest you are just friends. The eighth sign is that you feel a strange sense of jealousy that you try very hard to hide. Because nothing is official, you feel like you don't have the right to feel jealous when they talk to someone else. So, you bury it. You act casual and indifferent, but inside there is a small sting. They do the same when you mention someone new. You both pretend to be supportive of each other's dating lives, but the conversation always feels a bit forced or ends quickly. This jealousy isn't about control. It is about the fear of being replaced before you ever even got a chance to start. It is a sign that your heart has already made a claim that your voice hasn't backed up yet. You are protecting a territory that you are too afraid to officially move into. Hey everyone, welcome back to Never Give Up. If you are seeing these signs in your own life, remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can keep learning how to navigate these deep emotions. This stage of a relationship is often called the waiting room. It is a place where love is fully grown, but everyone is too nervous to open the door. The problem with the waiting room is that you can stay there forever if you aren't careful. You might think you are being safe by not speaking, but you are actually stuck in a loop. You are experiencing all the stress of a relationship without any of the security or the joy of actually being together. You are sharing the heavy parts of love, the worry, the longing and the fear, without sharing the best parts, like the touch, the commitment, and the peace of knowing where you stand. The truth is that you cannot lose something you never truly had, but you can certainly lose the opportunity to have it. Every day you wait is a day you aren't fully living in your truth. If the connection is as real as it feels, it can handle the honesty. If it can't handle the honesty, then it wasn't as strong as you thought. Either way, you deserve to know the truth. You deserve to move out of the shadows and into the light. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is usually the one where you finally decide to be brave. If this video helped you realize it's time to stop waiting, please give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing your stories. The ninth sign is that you both have a hard time saying goodbye. Whether it is a phone call that stretches for hours or a meeting in person where you linger by the door, you always find one more thing to talk about. It feels like you are both trying to stay in the shared energy you have created because the world feels a little colder when you are apart. This happens because being together feels like home, even if you haven't admitted it yet. You aren't just saying goodbye to a friend, you are pulling away from the person who makes you feel most alive. This constant desire to stay in each other's presence is your heart's way of telling you that this is more than just a casual friendship. The 10th sign is that you are each other's first choice for everything. When something good happens, they are the first person you want to tell. When you are having a bad day, they are the first person you want to call for comfort. Even if you have other close friends or family, there is a specific kind of support that only this person can give you. They prioritize you in the same way. You both move around your schedules to make time for one another, and you show up for the big moments without being asked. This level of emotional priority is a foundation of love. You have already built a life together in the way you care for one another. The only thing missing is the courage to give it a name. Hey everyone, thanks for continuing this journey with us at Never Give Up. If these final signs are making sense to you, please subscribe and share this video with someone who needs a little push to be brave. The most important thing to remember is that love is not a game to be won or lost. It is a shared experience that requires both people to step out of their comfort zones. If you are both waiting for the other person to be the strong one, you might find yourselves waiting forever. Someone has to be the one to break the cycle of fear. Someone has to be the one to say, I value this connection enough to risk being honest about it. It takes immense strength to be vulnerable, but it is the only way to get the closeness you are both clearly craving. You are currently living in a space of what if, and while that might feel safe, it is also very lonely. Real love is found in the what is. It is found in the messy, honest, and brave conversations that happen when we stop pretending. You don't have to have all the answers, and you don't have to know exactly where the path leads. You just have to be willing to take the first step together. Don't let fear be the author of your story. Take the pen back and write a chapter that includes the truth. If you have been hiding your heart, let this be the sign you were looking for to finally speak up. Thank you for watching, and remember, never give up on the love you deserve. The 11th sign is that you feel a deep sense of peace when you are finally together, despite all the tension. Even though the situation is confusing and the words are missing, your body knows the truth. When you are in the same room, your nervous system relaxes. The world feels less chaotic and the noise of your daily life fades away. This is because love provides a sense of belonging that friendship alone cannot reach. You might feel a magnetic pull to be near them, even if you are just sitting in silence. They feel it too. You both find excuses to be in each other's personal space, a light touch on the arm, or sitting just a bit closer than necessary. These small physical cues are your souls trying to bridge the gap that your fear has created. It is a quiet way of saying, I am here and I am yours, without having to face the risk of a verbal rejection. The 12th sign is that you see them in your long-term dreams and goals. When you close your eyes and imagine your life 5 or 10 years from now, their face is the one that naturally appears. You don't have to try to put them there. They are already part of the scenery. You might find yourself thinking about what kind of house they would like, or how they would react to a big life event you hope to have. This happens because your heart has already committed to a future with them, even if your mind is still stuck in the present. If they were just a passing phase, your imagination would move past them easily. But because the love is real, your mind cannot build a happy future that doesn't include their presence. Hey everyone, thanks for staying with us here at Never Give Up. If you recognize these signs, it might be time to stop running and start listening to what your heart is trying to tell you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay connected with our community. The final reality you must face is that time is the one thing you can never get back. You might feel like you are saving the connection by staying silent, but you are actually letting the best years of it pass by in the shadows. Every day you spend pretending is a day you could have spent building something beautiful and open. Fear tells you that the end of the silence is the end of the safety, but the opposite is true. The silence is actually a cage. True safety comes from knowing exactly where you stand with the person you care about most. It comes from the relief of finally being able to say I love you and hearing them say it back. If you are waiting for a sign from the universe, let this be it. You don't need to be fearless to speak. You just need to be more afraid of regret than you are of the truth. Most people don't regret the times they were honest about their feelings, even if it didn't work out. They regret the times they stayed quiet and watched a beautiful possibility fade away because they were too scared to reach out. You are both standing on the edge of something life-changing. One of you just has to be brave enough to reach out a hand and bridge the gap. If this series has helped you find your own courage, please like and share it with someone who is currently living in the quiet ache of an unspoken love. Thank you for your support and for being part of this journey. The 13th sign is that you notice how your habits and interests have started to merge. You might find yourself listening to a band they like, using words they use, or taking an interest in a hobby they are passionate about. They are doing the same with your world. This is not just a coincidence. It is a sign of deep emotional influence. When we love someone, we naturally want to understand their world so we can be closer to them. You are both becoming mirrors for each other, reflecting the parts of your lives that you haven't yet shared through words. This blending of personalities is a sign that you have already let them into your inner circle. You are no longer two separate people moving in different directions. You are two people who have already started to build a shared identity in the shadows. The 14th sign is that you have a specific way of looking out for them that feels like a silent promise. You notice when they are tired before anyone else does. You know when their smile is fake or when they are feeling overwhelmed. You step in to help in small, quiet ways that don't draw attention. Maybe you bring them a coffee exactly how they like it, or you send a text at just the right moment to cheer them up. They provide this same silent support for you. This is the caregiver stage of love. It is the moment when their well-being becomes just as important to you as your own. You aren't doing these things to get something in return.